All right, Dennis, thank you very much for taking your time to have this conversation, to know how you are improving and what are the effects of the coaching we've been having together.
Yeah.
So please introduce yourself a little bit.
So thank you very much for your time, Annie. My name is Dennis Schoofs. I'm an entrepreneur. I work for different kind of businesses that do good for the greater good. Um, I am well trained many years in self-development, and I met you to find out what we can, how we can learn more, how we can feel and sense more, how we can be more skillful. That's what we are doing at this moment. And so I also met Louise. I asked her to join us because you're my mentor, and it's changing me at such an incredible rate that it's really hard to notice what I was, or how I was, or whom I was a month ago. So now we're 1 month in training, and that's why I asked my friend Louise to elaborate more about how she noticed the subtle changes or the brutal changes in me, and that's it. So
Amazing. All right, let's start. Um, at the beginning, did you have any specific challenge that you were having constantly in your life?
um, not so much challenges. I like challenges, and it's difficult to find challenges because I did so many challenges, and I trust life. So
Yeah.
I saw a connection with you. We met at LinkedIn. I got
Okay.
a request, and I saw a coach, a mentor, and then my mind goes like, oh, another coach, another mentor. So I really started to doubt many coaches and many mentors. But something about you triggered me to get more to know you, and we learned to know each other better. But I had a feeling like, yeah, this is something else. This is something I don't know because I cannot comprehend it, but it's something that this is something I need to do. That's how I felt.
Hmm. You mentioned that you have a lot of training and you have been in a lot of courses. So you were afraid that it would only be another course that not really bring you a lot of insight in your life.
I meditated on the greatest fear that I had was to have a um, how say it to have a disappointment,
Mm.
and I don't usually I worked hard on the disappointment, so I'm never disappointed. But the only thing where I am disappointed is when I go to a course or a training or an education or a master class. I pay for it, and then I see the people are um, stuck in their own thinking, and they are not growing. So they keep on repeating the same matter over and over again. But it doesn't bring me the insights that I wanted or needed or hoped for. So that is something that is something where I waited more than a month to say yes to you. But after that we met, that we agreed to meet in the walk in the park, it
Yeah.
was something I say, no, this is something else. This is next level. And that was for me enough to say, no, my doubts are gone. You stand for what you speak for, and you don't have to speak because I just sense and I just feel that you are at another level. So that's great. So that's, I hope the words
Thank you.
will be yeah, that makes sense what I'm trying to describe, but it's yeah, it's a respect to have a mentor like you.
Thank you very much. And the first class, the first sessions, did did they have an impact in your life?
Yeah, that is so funny because the first lesson is the first chakra, and the title was I Meet Myself. And the next day I met Louise, and I was like, we got connected so strong, so fast, so intense. And it's like when I speak, she really understands me, and the same. So I really met myself, and I loved it. It correlates, like it seems like what you're giving me, it reflects on the micro and the microcosmos, that it correlates about what it is that we're learning or going to learn.
And what did you think about Dennis, Louise? Like, why did you start to have a conversation with this guy?
What about, or how?
Yeah, both.
Ooh, that's a good question. It seems so long ago. I have to go way back in time, like it's only been a month, but that's a really good question, Anaï. I think, well, our first conversation was about the impression that I made on Dennis with just one, like a picture, and he defined or described what he saw in a picture, and that's how our conversation started. It was that's funny, because there is a synchronicity, like a picture reflecting, like Dennis was speaking or talking about meeting himself, and well, I believe when you see a picture and read a picture, you see the other person, but you also see traits or characteristics of yourself. So that was our first conversation. It was about who we are, or who we were at that time, and I think that was the first meet, how we met and what we were talking about, where we were in life and how we were developing also, where we came from.
That's great. And so you just met him, and then suddenly you had this big connection, and you've seen how he has changed during this month. How can you describe it, or what can you tell about that?
Well, what I remember, what he was talking about at that time, he was talking about feeling. A lot of time I was talking about, I want to feel in my belly, and I want to feel feel. Well, that was the key word, like feeling. I want to feel. And also we talked about I don't know how you say it in English, but like rooting. I know the rooting. We talked about that too, and how we looked at rooting and the connection with feeling, and feeling is belly, but also like the heart space. And what I see and feel, there is an opening up of Dennis, like opening up in his system. He allows energy to how can I say it? Oh, English is of course not my native speech. So he allows the energy to flow more freely in his total system, like his whole body. And he also he is able to speak, to explain what he feels, where he feels it, And for me, he's milder. I don't know if that's a word. Mild. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I, yeah, that's a difference. Yeah.
In energy.
Uh,
So what I want
Yeah.
to also explain is I already felt energy, but it was like neutral energy.
Yeah.
And I can pick it up, I can sense it, I can increase it, but I could not feel like an emotion with it. And what changed dramatically is that like I feel my emotions, I feel my own emotions, and I love my own emotions in good or bad or whatever. I love all the emotions. But the connection, I can make connections, I could make connections, but I could not feel the connection. And that is something dramatically changed. Now I can feel the connection, and as you taught me, Anaï, the laser connections that I made, like the primed, that is now much more subtle, because now I understand and I can comprehend more about how I do it and how it works. That is much more consentive, respectful, caring, compassionate, thankful, honest.
Yeah.
But it's just like who I am. That the people just know and feel who I am.
Yeah. And what can you say would be the impact in the people around you?
Um, it's not so much the people around me. It's I got a lot of compliments. Like it's raining compliments
And gratitude.
and gratitude and respect, and like what has changed, Annie? What has changed? Because something changed here. Yeah, a lot of dankjewelletjes in Nederland.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is something that changed dramatically. Yeah.
Do you have something specifically in your personal life, like with your family, that has changed?
Hmm. There are so many things changing, but we're only 1 month ahead, so I do believe there's a lot of change happening there. But it's like, yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be it's gonna be a major shift. It's gonna be like the last castle, or it's gonna be a shift like from motherhood to friendship.
That's a good one. Super good.
Yeah, with a barrier of connection, but also synchronicity, like yeah, to adjust more about how to live a respectful way of equilibrium between parents and children, or children and parents, but it's like a more beautiful way in communication and admiration, compassion.
Yeah, definitely. What is the part that you like the most about our sessions and about the training?
What I truly like most, that you're really brutally honest and direct. So that's something I love. Not blah blah blah. No, and you're more like a doer, um, like no theory, a little bit theory, but more practice. Practice what you teach, and so that's also something that I do not only experience it, but I also can comprehend it and use it for the rest of my life. So you really are not sharing like a feeling, but you're sharing the experience in a total way, and also giving the tools how they can implement the not techniques but the skills. You're really handing over your skills and helping them implement the skills that you've learned. You're passing on what you've learned. So that's really beautiful.
I want to say something, because I go a little bit back in the conversation, because Dennis was telling that the impact on his environment or the people around him, that it was not so much about that, and I understand what you mean with that, Dennis. But there is an impact. Well, for me,
Oh, yeah. I forgot. There's so many things. Now I remember also that.
Well,
Yeah.
I just
Thank you, Alex.
it's important to mention. And also for Anai to know, because there is an impact of Dennis changing, because it directly has an influence or impact on me and how we connect, how we and that, well, hey, we lift each other up. It's when Dennis is growing and developing and sharing what he has learned, I directly have the positive impact as well, and it has a positive impact on the way Dennis and I connect. So there is an impact.
A positive impact.
Well, yeah,
For sure, sure.
yeah.
And it's such a great honor to allow the feedback with Louise in two-way and to train. So it's like I'm getting a beautiful masterclass from Annie, and now I also have a training partner, a sparring partner to trigger and to get feedback from, and we just push each other in a positive way. We just combat each other, but in a positive, uplifting, growing manner. And that's that's amazing. That's thank you very much for this in the totality. Yeah. Also, I also want to mention one more thing. It's the synchronicities. There were many times that I was in a conversation with Louise, and then I got a phone call or someone came in, and I didn't expect it, but I got so much, even not gratitude, it's much higher than that. It's like respect. I got so much respect that sometimes I forgot that I was in a conversation with Louise, and she just witnessed it, how beautiful it was. And like, wow, that's like, wow. I was really.
So the rain of compliments that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Positive impact. And why do you think you didn't have that before?
Because I didn't. Because I did, but I didn't mention it. And the difference is now they just speak it out. They just, I'm dazzled by that. But the most beautiful thing is Louise and I, we're connecting at a frequency. We speak so fast, we go so fast, we challenge each other so hard, but it's so beautiful that it's like, let's keep the process growing, and we already made some quantum leaps, but now it seems like a quantum and a quantum leap. Yeah. It's so many different areas, so many different subtle changes and subtle energies. Yeah, really
discovering yourself at a totally new level, like, oh.
And also receiving is an important word. being able to receive.
Yeah, that's
More.
specific, because that was something I was always giving, like giving. And yeah, I worked hard on the receiving part and we trained a lot, but it's so funny. Like, I don't know what happened. I really honestly don't know what the big changes are. That's why I asked Louise to come here. But this is the most important thing, is how I put the button for receiving.
Yeah, literally, what's the button? Okay, now I'm able to receive. And suddenly everyone was giving to you.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not used to this kind of what's happening. I don't know, but I found the button. So thank you very much. It's a nice button to play with. Like, I just keep on pushing it, like giving. Like the bears in Dutch, they call the troetelbeertjes. I'm sharing my love, and now it's also coming back. So, oh. Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
And special thanks to Louise. It's like, whew, she's my compass.
And it's been also something that we talked about at the beginning, that you wanted someone really to connect with and to talk about your journey. And it seemed like very difficult because you didn't find, although you were kind of always looking for. And now suddenly, now Louise is in your life, and you're, of course, as you can show, super grateful and super happy with her. So,
yeah, in all the characters, all the pillars that I worked hard for myself, like the personal development in so many areas, there's something that I skipped or could not find, or was not important for me at that time. That was relationships, and also everything that goes around, like friendships, but all the things that I loved to do in the past, drinking, alcohol, partying, all those things, eating meat, they don't interest. I have no interest in that at all, in that at all. So I changed so dramatically, extreme, and to find someone who is also loving that, the way to speak about so many things, having so much variation in talk, in fast speaking and comprehension, and that's the most important thing. There are not many people that really understand who I am, or what I am, or what I do, why I do what I do. And there are most people that always do like this. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, but another, I don't know, they don't comprehend at all. And with Louise, it's like, when I go really fast at my speed, who I love to be, that's something that I ask. I want to learn people that I don't have to slow down for, that I don't have to fake dance, like, okay, I have to do it a little bit slower. I'll just go full speed. And even when I go really fast, she picks everything up. She captures everything, or she understands it. She goes into the all the patterns, the things, in everything. So we have really long talks every day, hours and hours. It's every time so different, but every time there are new lessons, new insights, new skills, new teachings, new ways, new elevating stuff that yeah, makes us both better. And the partnership is going so beautiful that we're picking up on, we're just grabbing all the stuff that we learned from each other, we're just combining them and just building something really strong. That's how I experience it.
That sounds super good. And with your experience, who would you recommend this training or this program to?
Yeah, honestly, everybody, but there's a but. After what I have only yeah, only how I sense it or how I experience it, it's like really a masterclass. It's not like a title masterclass. No, it's really a masterclass. So I would suggest that this training is for people that already dealt partly or mainly with their traumas. They haven't, but they already know the way how to see their traumas as presence skills, and they're seeking for, okay, now what? We worked on our past, we're living in the now what? And then I think this is the best time that you come in, that all the things that not flowing, or like all the things that we're not aware of, the deeper processes, you can go in, you can change, you can, I feel things, I feel energy flow. So and yeah, then the magic really appears. So for all the people there love personal development, they don't see it as a pain, they just see it as yeah, let's grow, let's go directly full in, and let's
grow exponentially.
yes.
Oh, well, there's one thing that's really also like creativity, that is like the creative flow is changed, has changed, well, but not changed maybe, but remembered, like the creative processes, and that's also something I have observed, like yeah.
like be more creative, and the ability to bring
Yeah, well, I believe well, Dennis is creative, all of us are, but yeah, but being able to make contact with that flow, like remembering, oh yeah, that's what I love to do, or yeah, and have many ideas, but also like creativity is a very big range of things, but also like really creative, like photography, or well, ideas how you can make beautiful images, or how you can create beautiful well, was beautiful experiences. But the creative flow is like, has a push, or had a push. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like due to the questions and due to the masterclass, it made me realize all the things that I love to do from childhood and also from my life. There are many things that I really love to do, but also gave up on them.
Remembering, like,
yeah, and now I just made a list, like all the things that I love to do, and mostly it was due to an external factor, like a situation or a person or something that's, yeah, I love to do it, but I'm doing it for free and out of love and everything, out of passion. But yeah, if it's not being yeah, if people are not thankful for it, yeah, I say, okay, I stop it. And that's something that also changed now. A realization is, in the timeline, when you do the personal development, you outgrow the people you are with in personal development. That's all. So you can be with them whatever you want, but it's difficult to hold on to people that that don't grow as fast as you. So it's very beautiful to find people who are on the same pace, are on the same experience of insights, but everybody has their own pace, everybody has their own free will. So when you change and you keep on changing, it's really hard to connect with people that, yeah, are doing something else. That's it. It's not good or bad, whatever. No, it just something else. And when I saw the timeline, when I was doing all the fun stuff, all the creative stuff that I like to do, that I really want to show people how beautiful they are, how creative they are, or whatever. It was also in a line of work or something like that, or I didn't have the time or whatever situation. And now I have the time. Now I have the people who are thankful and respectful also, and that makes it's another, yeah, I can repick all the things and I can say, hey, are you afraid to do it? Usually was, yeah, bullshit, blah, 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 yeah, it's so scary, blah, blah. No, now if people say, no, I want to do it. Whoa. So if I have people who are wanting to who have the courage to face their fears, to face their patterns, to face their so many things, who really, yeah, learn self-love, who love themselves and just want to have the challenge to do something new, yeah, that's like, okay, this is going to be a roller coaster of new experiences, because please show me things I never saw, let me experience things I don't do. But if we do it that combined with a couple of persons, and we allow, we have like Louise likes to mention it, wat was die woordje?
Welke?
Gelijkwaardig. So,
yeah.
so we're not the same, we are different, but we are at the same level of pace and loving things and respecting and honesty and compassion. We're at the same level there. Like we learn a lot of egocentric stuff, so we just do it for the greater cause and just live, just grab on the experience, caress them, and just add as much experience as we can in this lifetime. Every time we don't know, we're gonna do it.
Yeah. Actually, a lot of people talk about increasing your consciousness or evolving, and we usually think that it happens somehow theoretically, like, oh yeah, I want to evolve. But really what happens is when we want to evolve and to grow, we need to cope with experiences faster. So people that usually live, I don't know, a challenge, something difficult in 1 year, 2 years time, and then they process it and then they move forward. For us is, okay, I want to do it as fast as possible. So what are the tools that can allow me to grow fast, efficiently, but without putting myself in danger? No, because at the end, of course, you need to take care of yourself in that process of growing. So for some people, that pace is a little bit lower and others is faster. But with the meditation that we practice, since it is perfectly aligned with you, with yourself, and using the mantras for your soul, then the experiences that you create in your life are the perfect for you to grow. So yeah, that is something that no one else can give you. It's just you practicing it, allowing it, and then, okay, this is my next step. This is my next one. And then knowing that maybe some blockages that you had, now they are gone. And wow, it's amazing. My life is changing in this way that I never expected, because even you were not able to see that there was a block in that part. And then through the meditation was released. Poop, it's gone. It just literally just gone. You didn't even need to be aware of it. It was just like suddenly gone, and then life is changing. Wow, amazing, great. So yeah, I just want to emphasize that part, because it's like very important, and that's why it brings you a lot of positive things, positive side benefits about it. So yeah, that's great. That's really amazing that what you are living. I'm very happy to be working with you in the same way that I bring something to, I would say, not my clients, but my students. I also get a lot from you, and I see you as very accomplished person, very accomplished entrepreneur, and we are yeah, sharing basically our knowledge. And when I have something that I help you exponentially, okay, this is what I have to offer. And just through looking at you, it comes back to me in feedback through your experience. So I really appreciate working with people like you. Thank you very much.
Wow.
So, do you want to share something with whoever is going to watch this or whoever is watching right now?
If the people are up for a challenge. No, what? No, it's not a challenge. It's like the words that you described or something that I said, oh, self-development. It's so hard. And it's like, I also told you, Anaï, like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna start because it's every time the same thing. All the bullshit is coming so fast, bam! And then you told me, yeah, but Dennis, no, you're not there anymore. It's gonna be fun. And I was like, I didn't believe you at first. Like, yeah, fun. I know that kind of fun. It's like, no, it's not gonna be fun. It's like, that's not what I'm experiencing. Not at all. Since day one, it's really fun. It's so fun. It's so wow. Yeah. No theory. No blah blah blah. No paste, no pieces of paper on the wall, like, oh yeah, expertise and blah blah blah. No. Boom. Boom. Yeah. So the words that I describe, it's like, but it's fun. The thing is fun and creativity and experiences. So it's you're not people that they are doubting, should I do it, should I don't, blah blah blah. It's an experience, and I'm really 100% sure that this experience will be a memory for a lifetime. So you better make notes. We made a lot of, we need to buy new books because we made a lot of notes, but make notes, make notes, make notes, make notes, reflect, because it's going so fast. Like the word from Louise, so thank you very much, Louise. It's like, it feels like a lifetime and it's only been like 1 month. It's like
The amount of insights, the amount of growth inside, it happens so fast, and it's like, oh, what is going on with me? Like, I need to readapt. I need to, yeah, actually, it is like that. Your system was used to the person you used to be, now needs to readapt so quickly that doesn't have that time to really see the change or to see, oh yeah, this happened. It's like, oh, okay, now I'm like this. Okay, let's move forward.
also the perception is also much broader. It's like when someone sometimes there was a person that came in, and some people are so trained on watching television and only that perception that it's scary to see them like, oh, there's so much more in life than just one box of television information that comes always the same. So, and he asked me a question, and how do you feel? I say like, yeah, schandalig goed, like there are no words for it. It's like unbelievable good. And he was like, oh, no, that cannot be. I say, yeah, it is what it is, but I'm feeling like best year ever, like wow. And this is how I feel. So this is enough for me. There are a lot of yeah, scary, ugly things happening in the world, but it's each year. so we can worry about them, but it doesn't help. So we better educate ourselves in becoming better. And what is more important, to be happy and joyful and creative and work together and becoming like a kind of unity. I think this is something that people should reflect also on when they are trying to sign up for you, Anaï, because everyone should sign up now immediately. It doesn't matter where they are, because you can handle everything and you have a lot of indulgence. I don't indulge. I love my pace, but you have like a much broader consciousness about everyone. So really everyone.
Thank you very much, Dennis. And thank you very much, Louise. It's been very insightful, your presence. And if you guys, you don't have any else to share or to add, I think we can have a close, we can close this.
Well, I want to thank you too, Anaï. It was very nice to meet you. Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah.
It's very, very nice. And I'm very happy to see that Dennis is happy and how that created a very good connection with you. And now the impact that is having in you. Like usually I don't get to talk with people that are connected with my students, my clients, but now I have the opportunity. And of course it feels much more like, oh my God, this has a ripple effect. And yeah, I'm very, very happy for you guys, first of all, because you are the ones who are enjoying it. And yeah, and I'm sure it's not gonna end up with you, because you also have people around you that you interact with every day and that you are showing up in a totally different way. So it will continue to move on. So very excited. I'm very happy to see that.